What do you think about AI music? Because that's a thing that's come out now, and um, I don't know. There's been a few AI remixes that sound kind of good. What is your take on AI music, and how do you think it's going to impact the industry?
I mean, it's already impacted the industry. Like people put AI music on online. Um, I think it could help people come up with ideas if they're stuck. I don't think people should rely on it. To me, the magic is creating music in the moment, like in the studio. That is just magical to me. I feel like it's a process where if people feel like there's a higher power, you're like connected to that higher power. Sometimes things just like flow through you and you are literally the instrument and it just comes out of you. And that's magical. Or creating with someone is magical to me. So I love that process. I think, I mean, AI kind of takes that away and doesn't give that experience because it just does things for you. Um, I mean, yeah, it's just a different way to create. And I don't know. I've heard people complain being like, that's not real music. Well, you're not creating it, but I don't know. I can see different people's points of view, but I think people should really value what artists do and what they create and support that. Because they've spent, like, artists have spent years and like so much time, effort into creating music. So I think if we're living with AI music and organically created music, I think we should support with our attention and finances the organic music as much as we can, and shows and there's nothing I don't even if there is AI music in like a show or in person, I don't think there's anything that could replace that like human energy. So,
Yeah, there's nothing like a live experience too, and uh, I'm hopefully getting some tickets to see Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, who are coming to Toronto soon.
okay.
And both, for anyone who doesn't know, both incredible guitarists. And as someone who's dabbled very terribly and slightly in guitar, I really admire the skill and the craft that they put into that. And I think that there's a 0% chance I would go see that, like an AI do that. 0%. So there is something to be said about the human element. And sure, I'm sure over time AI music will get better. But here's the thing: I want AI to do my laundry. I don't want it to
Yes.
make my music. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
do my taxes, AI.
Yeah.
Let us do the cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's my kind of take on it. And look, it can be helpful. I'm sure that it can be helpful to people, like you said, if they're stuck or for idea generation. But this idea of it just like taking over everything and just like doing the whole process from start to finish doesn't sit great with me. I don't love that.
When people say, oh, they created a song on like, I won't name the platforms, but on like an AI generated platform, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I don't really take it as the value is not the same in my mind. Um, it's not like they created this from scratch on their guitar and singing. It's different. One is like more from your soul or more. I mean, it depends what kind of music you do too. A lot of my music is more dancey and not as, or some of it is very vulnerable, but it all comes from me, it all comes from a human. And I feel like human connection is the most amazing thing on this planet, and or just connection in general. Because you can have connection with like animals and things like that. And I think people undervalue it, I guess, sometimes if they're like on their phone as someone is talking or just looking at screens. But connection is amazing. It's healing. It, I think it's everything.
It's true. And there is like a loneliness epidemic, not only for young people, which I think was influenced by COVID because you were so separated and isolated, but also for older people. And I don't remember the exact statistic around this, but something to do with like loneliness and lifespan is like directly correlated. It's like
Oh,
if you,
yes.
yeah, so absolutely connection is so important. And I think what you're saying about AI is that like the music that you create comes from you, and an individualized single human comes from your heart, from your soul, from your experience.
Mhm.
The music that's coming from AI is like a collective understanding of previous people's experience. And so it's never
Yeah.
going to be able to generate, I mean, it might be able to generate something that's like sounds amazing, but it's always going to be derivative of something that came before it. Whereas I feel like you have an individualized experience that no one else knows. And so you can pour yourself into your music in a way that makes it more authentic and more true to you.
Yeah.
So I don't actually, I'm not actually that worried about AI music taking over for that reason. And the same with
Yeah.
writing and movies and other things that everyone's worried about AI taking over because I mean it is just improving every day. But at some point, I think it's going to be like people are going to crave the human made. Like it's going to be like how um, if you want handcrafted furniture, it's more expensive.
Hmm.
It's going to be like that, I think, where it's like it's better, it's a higher quality product if a human made it. But you can also go to IKEA and get like the AI version. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing like human creativity, I think. And also with AI, humans have to craft it and like put in prompts or put in different, yeah. Yeah, just back to your point, I do think maybe there'll be like a two-tier system or but yeah, human creativity is great.